Hi, I'm Amanda Curry, and today I want to talk to you about crested geckos and owning crested geckos. I love reptiles and owning them. I have two geckos. I have a crested gecko and a leopard gecko, and I got my crested gecko about a year ago. He was the first one I've ever owned, and I would like to go over just stuff about them, what they are, what they eat, like how to take care of them, and like what tank they should have, like what setup they should have. Crested geckos are a type of gecko, obviously, and they are the easiest, in my opinion, gecko or reptile to own. Like if it's your first time owning a reptile, that's the one that you should get because they don't need a certain type of lighting at all. They're fine without any lighting or anything. They just need to be kept in like a 70 to 80 degree room, which is hot. so, but they are very nice. They don't bite you and they like being handled. They like to jump as well. and like feeding them what they should eat. They have bags with powder in them, and you can get like different types of fruit flavored ones and then like insect ones, which aren't it sounds really gross, but so you get the powder and you mix it with water and you turn it into like a paste and you just put it in their little container and they eat it whenever they want. They're nocturnal, so they are asleep throughout the whole day and they're up at night. So usually when you feed them, you should feed them before you go to bed. You also need to water their tank 2 to 3 times a day. I usually do it in the morning when I wake up. I give a lot of water, I spray a lot of water, and then when I go to bed. And you feed them. Mine is still like a juvenile, it's still a little baby. and I feed him about like 2 or 3 times a week, like every 2 to 3 days is when I feed him. And you can also feed them when you're holding him. Like I like to hold him sometimes and then just put some of the food on my finger and he'll lick it off and it's really cute. and their tank setup, for juveniles or like babies, you should get a 12 by 18 tank. And you want it to be tall, not long, because they are trees. Like they like the trees and they like to climb. They don't like being on the ground. So you want it to be very tall and you want a lot of greenery in it. I have like bamboo sticks in there for him to climb up, and I have a lot of trees and plants. And you can also have real plants, but I haven't done too much research on that. I'm not sure if I can make that work, but it's a bioactive tank and you put like dirt and then these balls so that the water can go down and just real plants and they grow. And it's really cool, but I've never really looked into it that far. But mine just has a lot of branches and you want to have it have a lot of foliage in the front and the back because they like to hide and they like to be in small little places. And you also want to have hides for them. I have this cork piece and it has a hole in it, and I put it in the back so he can climb down in it and hide whenever he wants. And I also have a coconut hide and it has a little bridge and he climbs on the bridge and goes into the coconut hide. And you want to have like a cooler hide and then a humid hide. The coconut one is my humid hide because when they are in the middle of a shed or they're trying to shed, they will usually go in the humid hide. And so they can get a lot of moisture so they can shed their skin easier. It's gross, but that's what happens. But overall, I think that he has been a pleasure to own. I love him so much. And crested geckos are definitely like the puppies of reptiles. They're very sweet and they enjoy being held as much as a reptile enjoys being held. But I would recommend them a lot, and yeah, thank you.